Hi, everyone. I am so glad that I am talking to you by myself today. I've had so many wonderful guests over the last few months and more to come. Lots of people want to be on the podcast, and I love it. I am meeting so many beautiful people, and it's just important to not only let you know that there are so many people out there to support you, but it's just really fun for me to meet all these people. But I also miss talking to just you, just telling you about me and what's going on and helping you with teen anxiety and parenting stuff. So I'm going to start doing the solo episodes alongside or start mixing it up again like I did before. But I wanted to just really give you a little bit of personal information about me that I don't talk about very often, just because I think it's important for you to know about it. And this June is Pride Month, and I don't talk about a lot of different types of, I guess, controversial topics because my podcast is for all people. But I want the LGBTQIA plus community to know that I see you, I celebrate you, and I support you. You are deeply loved and are 100% lovable and worthy. And I totally believe that. I've always believed that. And I just want you to know that that's where I stand. I am a gender affirming person. And having been a school counselor for 25 years, I was definitely a counselor that provided a safe space for all of my students, no matter where they were coming from. And I met them where they were, and I loved them where they were and helped them with any questioning or any fears and sadness and confusion. I was there just loving them. And I am still that person, and I've had many clients since then that are in all of those different spaces. I have been an ally since before I knew what the word was. I grew up in a conservative religion, and I never believed the rejection and the barriers and the anger, and I just didn't like any of it. And I was very vocal about that in my Sunday school class, in my youth group, to my parents. And I just never got any of the answers I wanted to hear. And so when I became an adult, at one point, I decided I didn't want to have anything to do with religion because I just felt so opposite from what they were telling me. And so I just thought, well, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to do it. But it was really around age 19, but I didn't really start embracing it until early 20s. But I found a church that was much more welcoming and open. Now, it wasn't as welcoming and open as my church is now, but at that time, it's what I needed to stay in love with God, in Jesus, and also love all the people I wanted to love. And when I found that church, I went to my first protest, and it was a protest, Christians for Choice. And it was an anti-abortion rally. I can't even remember exactly what it was called, but there were some people in my church that were like, well, Christians can believe in women's rights. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never heard of this before. And so I was so excited to be able to be part of that. And I love that my faith is also grounded in love and care for all people. And my spiritual gift is mercy. And so it totally makes sense that it just further fuels my passion for this work of loving and giving safe spaces to teens to talk about anything and everything. And many times anxiety is heightened when they're having to hide from their church, hide from people who don't understand them. If they're confused, there's a lot of shame and anxiety in that. And I just want to be the person where they can just really explore all of that and try to figure out, what direction am I going? What's the right answer for me? And I have a love and care for all people who are marginalized and misunderstood. I feel like I was a very misunderstood teen, and not in the sexual orientation or gender confusion. I wasn't in any of that, but I was different and unique, and people didn't understand that. And so I do understand that, and I understand religious oppression and religious trauma because I have experienced that in my life. And I don't like to talk about religion, or I don't tell people regularly that I'm a Christian because Christianity has such a negative connotation to me. It is connected to so many things that I don't believe in, so many things that I just feel sick in my stomach about. And so many times it's embarrassing for me to say that I identify as a Christian. But then I go to my church and it is so beautiful and loving, and we care for everyone. And I just love that I can be spiritual and religious and love God and Jesus and love all the people and stand up for the rights of all people. And that is beautiful to me. And I just want people to know that I'm for everyone. If you are an atheist, agnostic, if you're a completely different religion, if, anything, I can talk to you and I can love you and I can give you a safe space. I don't have any agenda about what people should be or what they should do. I just want to meet people where they are, and I want to love them into feeling better and finding answers for themselves that make sense for themselves, that have nothing to do with what I think people should do or not do. I don't care about any of that. I just want people to feel better based on their own decisions. And this weekend, my church will be at our town's Pride Palooza. And we're going to have, we'll have more than 2 booths, but one of our booths is just hugging people, just giving people hugs and letting them know that they are loved and seen and worthy. And I love that so much. And we're doing a nail painting booth. And I did it last year, and it was so amazing. I loved it so much. It's kind of our version of Jesus washing feet. We paint people's nails, and it's just a way to just show people love and care. And it's just so fun to meet the different people. And I don't have very much time with each person that comes by, but I get to talk to them about whatever they want to talk about and just show them love. And it's beautiful. And I'm so glad that my church is involved in that. So today I just wanted to let you know where I stand and that I deeply care about each and every person who listens to this podcast. And even if you have a different belief or view or idea, I love you too. Like I don't have hatred towards people just because they think or seem different. The only thing that hurts me is when people tell me that I'm wrong. Like, I can think this way and you can think your way, and I don't want to change your mind, and I don't want you to change my mind, because I'm almost 57 years old and I believe this to my core and my heart. And I know that I am saving teens' lives by loving them in this way, and I would never change that. So I want everyone to know that's listening that you are loved and cared for. And next week, my guest is Wendy Cole, and she is a transition coach. And you'll have to listen to her whole story to just see how amazing that is, but she's a perfect guest for the end of Pride Month so that you can just see a different perspective and hear from someone who maybe you don't know anyone in the LGBTQIA community. And so it will be a way for you to listen and hear about someone's journey. And I just wanted to tell you that I love you and you're not alone in this world. There are people who love you and care for you, and you are 100% worthy and lovable.